So I've got a buddy who's a waterfowl outfitter in Alberta. His name is Thomas Gilpin. He's one of the best in the business. And when he finishes running clients, he makes his way back to the States. But man, after a long fall, that's a long drive. And he's sort of made a tradition of making a few stops on the way home once he finds ducks and geese. And so last fall, he said, why don't you meet me with some buddies and we'll just fun hunt wherever I can find the best group of ducks on the way home. And so we did, and it was unbelievable. And it was so much fun that we said, hey, let's put this on the calendar and let's do it next year. And so we booked a flight where we could kind of go any direction within 4, 5, 6 hours, but where we knew we'd be on his way home, and put all the pieces together in order to do that. Opening weekend of Arkansas duck season 23. Well, we got up there and the hunting was weird. It had kind of warmed up. There were a bunch of ducks, but they were super skittish. They'd get up, they'd fly over our spread, make a couple circles, and they'd set up like they were going to do it and then bug out at about 100 yards. And we tried everything you could imagine. We tried to hide the blinds better. We picked up the spinners. We put spinners in different places. We just did everything imaginable. Hunted only full bodies, and never really could get them to work right. And for as many ducks as we were seeing, it was a little bit of a discouragement to go 2-3 days and really not shoot them good. But the last morning that we were there, we all got up, ate breakfast, and decided we'd ride and scout and try to find something for an afternoon hunt. Man, first spot pulled up to. Seen a few ducks flying around the field, and seen a few more ducks flying around the field. And, you know, within 5 or 10 minutes, I'd seen 4 or 5 different groups, enough to stop the truck, pull it over, you know, pour another cup of coffee, and just watch a little bit. And as we watched, it was just kind of group after group, small group, and they'd bomb the middle of this field. And they were kind of vertical falling, and I kept saying, I was like, man, it just looks like there's some water out there. But we'd been all around that field the previous couple days and had not seen what we were seeing that morning, and just kind of, I don't know, weren't exactly dialed in. It just didn't seem right that there was water there and we didn't know it. But after a few minutes, I think a big grain truck came down the road, and a blue million ducks boiled out of the middle of this field. And when they boiled, man, they got into 3 or 4 different groups and started circling the field, and one group lit over here and one group lit over here, and for long, you know, there were 6,000 or 7,000 ducks feeding in this corn. And we probably had only seen 500. We'd seen them in small groups of 10 and 20, had no idea that there were that many ducks there. Well, when they bulled up, I said, there has got to be a little bit of water out there. There's no way there were that many ducks that sat there for that long on a piece of dry ground. And so we waited till they left, went out there, and sure enough, it was this little muddy spot. And I guess, I don't know if the pivot had leaked at some point or if it was just a little bit of rain, but there was a wet spot kind of out in this field, and it was surrounded by standing corn. It looked like the farmer had shelled the field and basically just gotten to a spot where it was too soft for him to run the combine, and he'd left about, I don't know, 6 or 8 rows of standing corn all the way around this little just piece of slash water. And the wind was perfect, lined up with the sun that afternoon, and we were like, we need to go eat lunch. We need to go to Walmart, buy some folding chairs, some lawn chairs. And we need to get back out here about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. And when they come back to this corn to feed, they're gonna hit this little transition pond before they go feed, and we'll just pick them off, you know, 8 or 10 at a time. Man, sure enough, wind blew hard, sun was right in their eyes. We're sitting in lawn chairs, and we absolutely mollywopped them. I mean, it was fantastic. Took a little bit to get them flying, but as the afternoon wore on, the groups got bigger and bigger and bigger, and with the wind blowing as hard as it was, man, they just balled up and, you know, sucked in there just right. I think when it was all said and done, we shot all the ducks that we needed. We went to eat dinner that night with big smiles on our face, and Bradley said, I get it, boys. I see why y'all hollow out some time in the fall and spend it in Canada. Get him. That feels better.
That felt good.
Right. Yes, it did. Big fat mallard.
Get that, Kurt?
sure he did. Kill him. Get him right there. Yeah, kill him. Get him, guy. Shot the middle out of them, boys. Get him, guy. Get him there, boys. Don't kill those.